Good morning. It's Wednesday, and as I love to say, another day, same vision, new intensity. Today, I want to go back and I want to talk again about belief because yesterday we talked about the ABCs, the absolute belief and conviction. And I was just thinking about it today and I was like, it's if I touch someone who does have that issue, if I've touched someone who has that belief system that they don't deserve, a belief system with negative affirmations, a belief system that they aren't worthy, then it wouldn't be fair to throw that out there and then say change it without giving some kind of advice, tips on how to improve your belief system. And this is an ongoing process. Like, this is a lifelong challenge of changing your belief systems because your belief systems are going to evolve, right? So, for example, when I first started out, like I told you all, when I first started out, my belief system was I didn't deserve $1,500. Then I moved up to the point where, I was able to charge $10,000 for my business. Now my belief system has to evolve from the 10,000 to 15,000 to 30,000 to 40,000. So your belief system is always evolving. It's always going to go from the next level to the next level, right? It's like the Bible says, your faith grows from level to level. You have to continue to evolve. So today I want to talk about 3 ways to empower your belief system and change the way you think. First of all, you got to think about and change what you consume. Your belief system is impacted by what you consume. I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about what you listen to, what you read, what you watch, right? You've got to watch what you consume. The Bible says faith cometh by hearing. What are you listening to? What are the words that you allow to come into your spirit? We don't think about the words that we're listening to a lot. We're kind of passive with it. We listen to music that tells us that we're not worthy unless our bodies look a certain way, unless our money is a certain way, unless we drive a certain car. That is a message. That is a belief system that we are allowing to come into our hearts and our minds. So what do you consume? I'm going to give a little example for me. There is a time where I was looking at social media all day. It started innocuously, right? I was going to the gym to work out, and I would get on the elliptical machine, and my goal was to just zone out so that I wouldn't think about how tough the workout was or my tiredness, right? I just wanted to zone out mentally so that 45 minutes would go by and then I wouldn't even be thinking about the fact that I'm sitting here exerting so much energy for 45 minutes. But it became a habit every day of just scrolling through social media. And what I realized was happening is that I became less confident. My ideals were like dull. I didn't have any creativity. Why? It's because I wasn't putting anything in me to improve and increase and empower myself and my beliefs about what I could do as a businessman. So when I started changing what I listened to during my workout, changing what I listened to during my drive home, during my drive anywhere, I started listening to my business coach. I started listening to books about business, books about success, books about on audio books about wealth and growth. And then that creativity started coming back. I started believing that I could do it I could improve, I could change, right? Because I was consuming the right stuff. So what are you consuming? What are you listening to? What are you watching? I'm not saying that it's, you can't listen to your favorite songs. I'm not saying that you can't watch your favorite television shows. I'm not saying that you can't scroll through social media for a little bit. God knows I do. But you gotta watch the impact it's having on your belief system, on your energy, on your creativity. The next way to change your belief system, if you're having negative belief systems, the next way to change it is with your experiences. You gotta experience the things that you don't think you can do. I used to think I could never be a public speaker. I used to think I'm not a good speaker. I don't like my voice. I stutter. I get words confused in my head. I stumble with words. But then I had the opportunity. To speak for 45 minutes for my brother. My brother Adrian Davis has the Momentum. I'm going to give him a shout out real quick. He has the Momentum Conference coming up in November. And I got an opportunity to speak at that conference. Now, this is an example as well of what I'm talking about. Changing your belief systems through experiences and exposure, right? He's been doing this conference for the last 5 years. Last year, I got a chance to speak 45 minutes. It was life-changing for me because it pushed me out of my comfort zone. It made me experience something I've never experienced before, which is allowing, getting up and sharing my life experiences to an audience, and then having that audience say, your life experiences helped me. I'm motivated to move forward. It changed my belief system about my notion, my idea of can I be a public speaker? It changed me. You've got to experience the things that you believe you don't deserve, right? Go out and rent that car. Go out and rent that car. Get on Turo and rent yourself that Mercedes or Lamborghini, whatever. Rent it for a day. Drive it around. Right? Go out to the lake. You don't have to own a yacht. Go out to the lake. Every year I go out to the lake. And me and Adrian, and we go out to the lake and we just enjoy the lake. We get out on the boat. Go out to the lake. Enjoy that lifestyle of being able to just be out on the lake on a boat, right? Go to a fancy restaurant. Do the things that you feel like you don't deserve. And then lastly, it's about exposure. You got to be around the people who live the life that you want to live. Be around the people. Be at events, right? Expose yourself to it. And what you're going to realize when you expose yourself to this lifestyle is that there's nothing different about you and other people who experience this lifestyle that you want, the success that you want, the goals that you want. The only thing different is they believe they can do it, they believe they can have it, and so they go after it. So you got to put yourself in there and give yourself that exposure. As a cliche, excuse the cliche, but if you got to see it to believe it. You've got to see it to believe it. You got to see it. So watch what you consume. Enjoy the experience of the belief that you want and get exposure to the belief. So listen, this is a powerful component of becoming a legacy author. This right here is step one. It's not about your book. It's not about your audience. It's not about how good your book is. It's about your belief system. You could have the best book in the world, but if you don't believe you're worthy of success, you don't believe you're worthy of being a bestseller, you don't believe that your book can change the world, it's not going to happen. So I want you to join me for the Becoming a Legacy Author webinar. You can sign up at TrueVinePublishing.com. Register. It is a free webinar. Find out how to turn your book into a lifestyle of wealth, freedom, and fulfillment. Y'all have a great day.